You guys, I came out here to make a video and it started raining right while I was making this video. But if it doesn't rain too hard, I'll stay out here. Just got my laptop, so it's kind of gonna be kind of difficult. Um, but anywho, I wanted to do another video and talk about some things. You know what? I'm gonna walk my butt. Walk in the lot over here to the other side because this is some bullshit, you guys. I'm stuck here trying to be cool out here and it started raining, which is a good thing for me. I love the rain, but you know. Alright, so I'm about to walk up somewhere. I'll figure it out. Give me a minute. It is cold. Good God almighty, it is cold. Okay, I think I got a little spot. I'm gonna just stand right here and do my video and call it a day. Alright, you guys, so the reason why I wanted to do this video originally was because someone contacted me a long time ago and they were talking about how I shouldn't do videos in my bathroom, and because there's like evil spirits, and I shouldn't have like my stones and stuff in the bathroom. So I'm not gonna say who that person is and keep their privacy. The person's actually very intelligent and a teacher, so I had to look into things myself to see, because I just don't go believing whatever I hear. I don't believe there's any bad spirits in my bathroom or in my house. I keep my house very clean, sanitized, because I have wooden floors. I find myself cleaning and scrubbing them floors every day, and we don't have no rings around nothing in the bathroom. So anyway, let's get to the subject at hand. Well, I know I made a couple of comments on some people's videos, and I was telling them to, if they had the time, go to Redbox and order Immortal Instruments. Immortal Instruments. It's a very, very good movie. And the movie basically talks about everything that we're doing and we're learning. And it's a series of books. So the first movie was, I guess, the volume 1. And it's about a girl whose parents are shadow hunters. And they don't tell her that she has these special powers. Like, basically, she's a Nephilim, like a hybrid kid. And the Nephilim, children's of a children, are technically these shadow hunters. And I saw a preview a long, long time ago. I went to the movies, and I just kept talking about this movie. I gotta see this movie. I gotta see this movie. I gotta see it. So I finally got it on video. I watched it, and I couldn't believe the I'm sorry, you guys. I had to look behind me like, is there an animal? Because I'm out in the suburbs, and it'd be like wild animals and foxes in the bushes and stuff like that. Alright, so I'm going to get to the video. Back to the video. I'm sorry. Some people walk by and kind of like, I'm like, what are you guys staring at? But anyway, yeah. So what he was talking about is something that I can think of or try to sum it up to from what my studies were showing me. Hold on. I'm going to get it. It's on this third window here. Okay. And it was about the djinn. But I got to get back to the movie so that you guys can have a bigger or a broader understanding of why I researched things the way that I did. Let me rest my laptop here. I'm still here selling myself short. Oh, man. Maybe they'll learn something too. You see that camera up behind me? Maybe they'll peep game and learn something. So, anyways. still sprinkling. Let me go over here. So I'm going to talk to you guys while I walk. So this girl is basically in a club with her little boyfriend or somebody who she's dating or whatever. And they go to this club and she sees this lady and she's got a bracelet and it looks like a snake. You know those little wraparound snake bracelets that you would see wrapped around the top part of somebody's arm. Most people wear them during the Halloween, I guess, dressing like Cleopatra. So she sees this girl. The girl walks up to a guy. I'm not going to give you every detail. Even the club and how she got in it was like she saw a rune glowing on the sign and nobody else saw it. She was like, you don't see that? You don't see that? And this guy overheard her and told them to let her in the club. So that same guy ends up getting killed because I guess he was the demon, and the girl that killed him had this snake bracelet on, and it came alive and it turned into a whip and just turned that motherfucker into dust. So she saw this, she freaked out, nobody else saw it, and make a long story short, this girl finds out, and her boyfriend, or the guy who's in love with her, finds out that she's this descendant of a Nephilim and that she's supposed to be a shadow hunter. So in the movie they talk about jinn, and these jinn in the movie is just crazy because when I look up jinn and I read about it in the Quran, they call it the jinn, and what they describe it as is what people would consider a genie. Like if you were watching a Disney movie and you were looking at Aladdin and Aladdin rubbed the fucking lamp and a genie popped out. Well, they show him glowing like a light blue, and that is because technically jinn are like supposed to be like pure fire. So they show this in this movie, and I was just tripping watching all this stuff. And I'm gonna get to some of the stuff. Give me a minute. It is cold as fuck out here. I'm about to go inside. Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna just sit in this little hallway right here. Alright, so let's get to it. So these jinn, they basically glow, and you know how you see the blue in fire. If you were to like strike a lighter, you see the orange flame, but you see the blue. Well, that blue hue is supposed to be the purest form of fire, and that's why you see the genie in Aladdin that color. Also in that movie, the jinn are that color. So my research, you have good jinn and then you have bad jinn. So the good jinn actually, they don't involve themselves in human matters, but they will help if it is for a good cause. And the bad, I guess, I am, one second. So the bad, they're just against humans. So in this movie, there's a scene where they're like walking through a desert, and these big ass scorpions come to attack them, and the scorpions is just tearing people up. They finally kill one, and then like 6 more come and surround them, and then it's the jinn that's actually controlling the scorpions, and they ride on them like horses. It's crazy, you guys. It's like, I know how many people are like so against watching the tube. It is okay if you are in control of what you're watching and you're just not watching random ass TV. So again, this movie is Immortal Instruments. When you go to their website, they break down a lot of things. So I was trying to look for some stuff, and They have a shadow world guide on here. All right. So let's get to this. So on the top part of this page, they show runes, and they consider the good people angels. And let's see, that they have on that side of the angels, I'm sorry. So then on their little map, it'll be like angels here, and it'll say angels, and then they have one particular angel's name and a circle next to it. And then on the side, just imagine a ribbon, and it says Nephilim, and then they'll break down the people. So the angel Raziel, Raziel, created the race of shadow hunters to defend the humankind from demons. And then they have these silent shadow hunters. They're activists. They read minds, but they don't speak. So I know this lady who wrote this book has to be like in the occult. She has to be. There's no way that somebody could be talking about this stuff, and the majority of it is facts. So the shadow hunters are Nephilim, a secret race of part angel, part human hunters that protect humankind from the demons. And then they break down the characters, which is not something that you need to be getting into unless you like really watch the movie. So I'm gonna go down a little bit. Okay, so then they talk about mundanes. The mundane are ordinary mortal humans that that are not a part of the shadow world and cannot see beings from different dimensions. All right, I'm gonna go down further. They talk about these demons and their evil spirits intent on destroying every world that they travel to. So they don't take it to like a level where they're talking about it as in the form of religion, like, oh, they just go after humans. They're saying like every plane they can get on, they're trying to destroy stuff. So then you have the werewolves, the children of the moon, lycanthropes, lichens, downworlders infected with a demonic disease, giving them the power to shapeshift into wolves and possess all their strength and power. Let's see. Vampires, they're considered night children, downloaders. You see how they call them downloaders, so infected with a demonic disease, giving them the power to mesmerize mortals and consume blood for survival. Well, we all know that you have people who actually think they're vampires who drink blood, then you have people who, the vampires that suck the essence off of people. Okay, let's go down. So then they talk about warlocks, and they say warlocks are Lilith's children, downworlders that are the different offspring of humans and demons with the ability to cast magic. So you hear that, humans and demons. Okay. Let's go down. So downworlders are many different fractions of downworlders exist, including warlocks, werewolves, vampires, and fairies. Let's go down. Let's go down. Okay. So I kind of went over all of that. So now I'm going to cover Matrix. Give me a second.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, how are you?
I said okay.
Thank you. All right, back to business. I am very, very iffy about who I speak things around. So if I get quiet when people are crossing, I have my reasons. All right. Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, thank you. All right. So I pulled up some other stuff that basically talks about these negative energies, and this is this is a little couple of questions that you may want to ask yourself if you're just now getting into this. If you want to gauge the level of negative energy within you or around you. Do you complain all the time or just sometimes? Do you often discuss what's wrong with the world more than what's right? This is including the government, economy, laws. Okay. Do you criticize all the time or just certain people? Do you attract to drama and disaster? Can you unglue yourself from the TV when there is a news story of disaster? And can you avoid getting involved in the lives of dysfunctional celebrities? That's a good one. That is a good one. Can you avoid getting involved in the lives of dysfunctional celebrities? Do you believe that you have no control over most of your results? Do you feel like a victim? Do you talk about people doing things to you? Are you grateful for what is, or will you be grateful when things finally start to come? Do you feel like things are happening to you, or do you feel that they are happening through you? That's a very good question. Do you feel like somebody's doing something to you, or do you feel like it's because you're putting it out there for those things to happen? Okay, so if you're not grateful except for when things go right, you are negative. Gratitude is positive. If you are grateful for what is, including the unpleasant school of life lessons, then you can invite more and more positive energy into your life. Believing that things happen to you puts you in the role of a victim. All right? Then it is easy to be negative because it is convenient to give up that power. So consider an alternative when you're thinking about this stuff. All right. A lot of these jinn, I did like so much research on it, and from what I know about jinn and what I learned about them is that they tend to live in places that are very, very low vibrational if they do dwell around humans. But the majority of them, let me fix my lipstick. The majority of them live in deserts and jungles and forests and things like that. A lot of people who live like in the Middle East, they will consider like a jinn. They don't even, you know how you see a lot of people on YouTube talk about their animal totems and they have pictures of lions and stuff. Well, a lot of them don't even fuck with lions and things like that because they believe that they can be easily possessed by a jinn. You can look into that, but I'm gonna get back to these jinn things. So to me, I don't got no damn jinn in my house, and I don't know about how putting your crystals in the bathroom pull in negative energy or have jinn feed off of it or something, or they're disrespectful to the crystals, because how can you explain like healing baths if you're putting your crystals in your water? You have to be in the bathroom, you know? So A lot of people who don't already know this, I'm going to go over this for you. Okay. So we live in a metamorphosing time, which means that things are like changing and changing very, very rapidly. The shifting energies on Earth are increasing the vibration towards God, and there is a greater dissonance between like the established realms of light and the realms of darkness. So newly shifted people are awakening to accept the um, vocations as spiritual healers. But you guys got to be careful, you know. Like you got people on YouTube, I'm a healer, I'm a light worker. The majority of them people be fucking with djinn. Worship djinn and pray to djinn or different other demons. Because if you are like someone who, I liked his video. He is very, very intelligent, and he was talking about the book of Enoch. And not too many people read those books out of the Apocrypha. I actually got the actual book. I got the Apocrypha and the actual book and the metaphysical dictionary. And it tells you the ranking of these watchers. So the watchers before there were Nephilim were the people that were in charge of watching over human beings. Well, some of them lusted after us, not only because of the women, but they lusted after people because they can't eat, they can't taste, they can't feel, you know. They can only rationalize, like, this is right, this is wrong, I'm not supposed to do this, I am supposed to do that, you know. And then it dropped down to the watchers falling and you know, teaching the women the whisper in the trees and all kind of other stuff. And then it just branched on out from there. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because you have low vibrational spirits and you have high vibrational spirits and high vibrational spirits that will do low vibrational things. Example, a spirit in the Bible. Now I'll get back to you in this on the verse and all that other stuff. God is talking to the angels, and one of the angels was like, "Do you want me to be the lion spirit that goes down?" So that right there will let you know. Also, in the Bible, it talks about celestial beings, creepy crawling beings, and all kind of stuff that He has created. So anybody that's saying no, there's just devil, and then there's just humans. No, there's so many other things in between that, you know. So when you're messing with these people who call themselves light workers, you got to be very careful. Very careful. Do your homework. Anybody who's telling you that they talk to angels, you be very wary of them. I'm not saying that everybody that says they talk to angels is bad, but the majority of them are not good. You got to remember that these beings are very intelligent and they know you most of the time better than you know yourself. And if you're of a low vibration, they can trick you and come to you as a divine being or something. Now, they were saying that the kids and the people like me that are like you, if you're watching, are being awake and they're becoming psychics and mystics and all kind of stuff. But in the process of all of those things, you turn up your inner spirit, which is like turning on a porch light in your house. And then you have a brighter light than all the other houses on the street. So, you know, you've seen that before. You walking down the street, somebody's porch light be dim. Sometimes somebody's porch light is flickering. And then you got the other person's porch light who got them like blue bright ass lights, make you feel like the popos is shining on you when you walk by their house. Well, that's kind of how your aura is. And when this person was warning me, I think that's what he thought, that maybe I wasn't aware of those kind of things happening. And what it happens is, just like moths are attracted to light, it's the same way those lower entities are going to be attracted to your aura. Does not mean that you're going to be under attack. All it means is that you're going to attract things to you. And you have to be mindful to know what it is, what's happening, and how to handle things when it does happen. So, like, basically, the demons are bottom feeders, but jinn, you got different levels of jinn. You also have to remember that King Solomon used the jinn to build the temple and to do other things like help with the wars and all kind of stuff. You have the spirits, because he said demons, he didn't say jinn. So I'm just breaking down different types of things. You have different ranks. So if one thinks that one has an earthbound spirit, entity, attachment, or astral wildlife, it may be possible to help oneself. But you want to be able to be strong enough to where you're not pulling in or running and getting information from third parties, and the shit makes something worse if you had something going on or have something going on, or bring things to you if you don't have anything going on. So my first thing is, when somebody tells me something negative, like this is and this is what this can happen, I cancel that. I cancel that contract. I don't agree to the terms of that contract, and I don't have that, or I am not this, or whatever it is. You just shut it down right away. It doesn't mean that you can't take heed to what the person is saying. It just means that me, as far as energy goes, I just didn't suck that in. I didn't drink that cup. I'm sorry. So if you're trying to be a healer, you're trying to do stuff with crystals and go helping other people, you have to remember that when you're in other people's auras, you need to be aware that there's a possibility that there's entities that will often hitchhike and jump ship and come to your fucking shit. All right? You remember that. And is there a possibility that demons can be in a bathroom? They will lurk in dirty places. That's why I did a video talking about my feng shui and how my house was already clean, but I had certain areas in my life that was stagnant. And then when I went and I looked into the feng shui, if you have those areas of your house crowded, then that energy in your life is going to be stagnant. Nothing's flowing, constantly flowing and changing and moving. All right. Okay. So if you ever encounter something like that, without a outer shell or a physical body, just don't invite it. You're not invited. Goodbye. Cancel that. You got to go. I rebuke you, or whatever you need to say to make you feel comfortable to get it away. Don't entertain it. Don't go fucking talking to it. Even if something appears to you like a dead relative, you need to be very, 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 very mindful that these things can shapeshift. And that's another good thing I can bring up. Like, somebody was saying that my grandmother attacked them some videos ago or whatever. For all that I know, it could have been some shit that he was praying to that came to him. He doesn't even know what my grandma looks like. He just knows that a bunch of shit attacked him while he was in dream time. 1 second.
Okay, let's let them vote first.
All right. So, you touching people for energy and all that other stuff, you can't do that. You have to do things when you know what you're doing. let's see. Let's see. And, you know, certain things could project nightmares and stuff. So, you know, it may not affect you, but it could affect, you know, little ones in the house and things like that. You have to make sure that you're very, very aware. Clean your shit. That's all I can say. Is clean your shit. Check out that movie. And remember that if it's like an earthbound spirit, it's usually stuck in between the realms. And that earthbound spirits are not spirit guides, they're not the same thing. And demonic entities is just like a non-specific term for relating non-human energy that brings you various levels of intelligence that try to deliberately attach themselves to you. I think that's like a very genius definition. Some are mischievous, others are absolutely brilliantly malevolent, and they usually call them like astral wildlife because them motherfuckers like some wild fucking animals. You may get a tiger that ain't fucking hungry, that just might pass you by, and you may get a tiger that's fucking stalking your ass and you don't even fucking know it until they pounce on you, and then you just might get that bold ass tiger that's like, here I am, motherfucker, now I'm to eat you. So you have to remember all that stuff. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody for supporting me. Thank you very much. And if you have stagnant things in your life, remember, look at your feng shui. And the only reason I'm explaining this in these videos is because you have the lunar eclipse coming up, and then you have something else that's supposed to be happening towards the end of the month on the 28th. I'll do a video about that, 28th, 29th. All right? No, the 28th. Hotep, please.